Hip pain and knee pain freaking suck. I'm going to show you some release techniques and an amazing stretch that's going to help you get rid of that crap so that you can continue to train hard and feel great. All you need is a foam roller. Any type of foam roller will do. Doesn't have to be anything crazy like I have here. Doesn't matter what it is. And you can do it right here in the comfort of your own living room while watching TV. Now, we're going to address a few different muscles. The TFL is a muscle, if you were to just stick your hand in your pocket right here, that soft muscle there, this muscle flexes the hip, so it lifts your leg like this. It also turns your leg in and lifts it out to the side. So there's a lot going on in that muscle. That muscle turns into the IT band, which is connective tissue that runs down the side of your leg and outside the knee. And when that TFL gets tight and starts to pull on that IT band, that's where we start to get knee pain and some hip pain. So we're going to address those areas. We're going to spend about 2 minutes coming down the leg. You can definitely spend more time, but I'm going to try to keep this video no more than 12 minutes, hopefully a little bit shorter, but we'll see how it goes. We're going to get right into that muscle right there on the foam roller, and we're just going to chill. Now, there's a few ways to make this less crazy. You can use both hands. You can take the other leg, plant it, and push into the floor. So basically, you can lift your weight off the roller. And we're going to start to roll side to side. And we're just going to release the tension, take some deep breaths. The most important thing when we're foam rolling is we want to relax. Because if we're not relaxing, we're not releasing any tension, right? So do your best to breathe. You might not even be able to move. You might just hang out right there and focus on some deep breathing. And I'll tell you what, just that alone can really make the difference. Once you start to feel release or you feel like, oh, it's not that bad, we're gonna move down toward the knee a little bit, inch by inch, so 1 to 2 inches. I'm just gonna move the roller. You can just simply move your body, but I'm gonna stay in the frame here. And we're gonna continue rolling side to side. Now the IT band runs right on top of the vastus lateralis. That's one of your quad muscles on the outside of the leg, and it runs down the side of the leg there. And when the IT band and the vastus lateralis get stuck together, that's where we start to really get that pulling to occur on the knee, and that outside knee pain, that's typically what you're feeling right there. I want you to continue going at your own pace, working down. We're going to spend about 45 more seconds here. Now, just for video's sake, again, I'm going to go a little bit faster than I typically would. You could easily spend 15 to 20 minutes covering both sides doing this. But I also want to show you that, hey, 5 minutes per leg, and you're going to be walking away feeling really, really good. We're going to continue working our way down. I'm going to spend about 30 more seconds. We want to avoid getting directly on the outside of the knee, and we want to stay more in the meaty tissue of the quad versus right onto the IT band itself, especially as we get closer to the knee there. Now, you could pause this video right now and say, you know what, I'm just going to hang out right here because I'm definitely not ready to move on. And that's totally fine. This is an educational video just to give you some ideas on how to make your body feel great. Now, we're going to work through the front of the quad. This is your rectus femoris. This is your biggest, strongest quad muscle, and it runs right down the front of the leg. So we're going to roll to the front, start at the top, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to find that tense area, stop, and roll side to side, and just relax and breathe. Relax and breathe. Continue working your way down. Once you find, again, we're finding that area that really says, yo, man, if you don't address me, I'm going to make your life freaking miserable. And we're going to show some love. Talk nice to your body, right? It hears everything you say. So just be like, you know what? I love you, leg. You're going to be feeling so good after this. Oh, we're going to be able to run. We're going to be able to jump. We're going to be able to do squats and lunges. My knees are going to feel awesome. It's going to be freaking fantastic. Continue working your way down, closer to the top of the knee. Breathe, Billy. Just relax. I know, right? Oh, my goodness. We've already been rolling for about 3 minutes. Yeah, crazy, huh? Now, again, if you need to, pause the video, spend some more time here. All right. Again, go ahead and hit pause if you need to and continue rolling that side out. I'm going to flip over and we're going to get to the other side now. So same thing, we'll start with the TFL. Find that position and then we'll start rolling side to side. Let me get my fancy stopwatch here. Every coach and their freaking stopwatch, right? And don't worry, it works. If you're like, dude, when's that stopwatch going to hit the time? Because this is pretty intense. Oh, it's working. Don't you worry. Some of you that take my classes are like, I'm pretty sure that stopwatch broke a minute ago because I've been doing this forever. Been in this all out, been in these squats, these lunges. I'm feeling it right now. Nope, stopwatch is totally fine. I hear you. I hear what you're saying right now. Sure it is, Billy. All right, continuing to kind of rip a seam between the IT band and that lateral quad muscle. Whew. Are you relaxing? Are you trying to? All right. It's freaking brutal, man. Whew. Deep breaths. If you can pull the air in through the nose and relax the exhale, that makes such a big difference here. Such a big difference. Oh my goodness. You're going to find one side might be a little bit tighter than the other. For me, this side is definitely, as I get closer to the knee, way more noticeable. But I know that. I do this all the time. And this rumble roller, I had to work my way up to this thing. I used a very soft foam roller to get started here. It took me a long time to get to the point where I could handle this thing. And over time, you'll get to that point as well. You know you're doing really good when you can roll up and down that the quad and IT band and be like, I don't really feel much at all. That's exactly where we want to be. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move over to the front of the leg, down the front of the quad there. Again, spend more time there if you want to. We'll get under the hip bone. We'll start rolling side to side, start working your way down till you start to feel that discomfort. And once you get to that spot, what do? What was that? That's right, we chill and we roll back and forth, or we just hang out there and don't do any movement at all and we breathe. It's amazing how much relief this is going to bring to your life. Oh my goodness, this is a game changer, everybody. Game changer. Now, you can address the entire quad. I mean, we don't have to just be on this outside and front side of the leg. We can get to the inside quad as well. But for today, our focus is relieving hip pain and that lateral knee pain. This can also help correct posture and release your low back. And that's going to come when we get to the stretch I'm going to show you as well. Now, there is a systematic way that gives you the most out of your stretching and your release work. That systematic approach is we want to break the tissue up first. And that's what we're doing right now. We're taking all that tissue that's bound together. It's not moving very well. It's stuck. And we're creating some blood flow. We're warming it up really good, breaking it up so that there's movement there. And the blood is actually going to go in and help bring healing properties to the area and flush it out. That's what's going to help basically regenerate the area. Now, once we have it broken up, we're going to take you through some stretches, and that's when you can add the stretches in, and that's when you get the most out of your stretches is once we break it up. Feel free to keep rolling through that. I'm going to take us through the next exercise, which is going to be some quad stretches, and I'm going to show you how to get that set up here. Now let's take you through the greatest quad stretch ever. We're going to address not just the quad, but the hip flexors down through the front of the leg. You're going to want either a pillow or a pad, something that we can put our knee on so that we're comfortable. And your couch, hence the couch stretch is what this is called. I'm going to use this chair. You can also be against a wall, which works really well. I like this TheraPad. This thing is sick. You can do lots of great kneeling work with it. You can pick one up on Amazon, well worth the investment. And you can even use your foam roller to help. Now, here's the thing with this stretch. The closer you are to whatever you have your foot on, the more intense this is going to be. So you could shift yourself farther away to decrease the intensity of this. And you can use your foam roller for some support. So you can actually kind of lean into it and keep a little bit more of a forward lean this way so it's not so intense. Eventually, the goal is to be able to be more upright, get closer. Now, the biggest thing here, let me grab that stopwatch so that we can keep track of this, is to tuck the tailbone forward and under, that pelvic tilt. And then a slight engagement of the glute. That's going to help release or relax the front of the leg so that we can actually do the stretch. All right, so go ahead and get yourself set up if you're not already there. And we're going to do this for 90 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and start the time now. I typically do this 2 minutes per side, but for video's sake, we're going to keep it a little bit shorter. So we got the pelvic tuck. The glute is squeezing. We're going to shift into the front leg and do your best to stay upright with the ribs down and a tall spine. And this is where breathing is crucial. Deep breaths in through the nose and a relaxing exhale. And we're gonna stay in tune here. We're not gonna check out. So as you're breathing in, I like to picture that we're actually pulling the air in and pushing it down to the front of the hip and the leg. And again, the higher up that foot, like if you're on a wall or the couch is a little bit higher, the higher up, the deeper the stretch. The closer you are and the more you sit upright, the deeper the stretch is gonna be. So we can easily intensify this stretch or decrease the intensity by simply sliding away from the surface that we're on. And we're already a minute in, so check that out. It's a pretty intense stretch, and this is the greatest quad stretch there is. Oh yeah, couch stretch, that's what this is called. And my TV's over there, my couch is right there, and I will easily spend 2 to 3 minutes here. Usually 2 minutes is a good amount of time. And you can just check out and watch TV and do this right here in the comfort of your own living room. You know what that says? No excuses. That's right, no excuses. Take care of your body. All right, that was 90 seconds right there. Ease your way out of it. Feel free to take a little more time if you need it. And we're gonna set up the other side now. So get in position. I'll give you a little bit of time here, especially if you're not used to doing this. You might need a little bit more time to get set. And again, closer toward the camera or farther from the surface if you need a little bit less. The closer you are to it and the more upright, that's right, more intensity. Tuck the tailbone. Give that glute a little squeeze. I'm gonna start the timer, and here we go, 90 seconds. We're tucked, we're drawn in, we're tall. And what's one of the biggest things here? Breathing, that's right. Take some deep breaths. Now, between the foam rolling technique and the couch stretch, I'm telling you right now, you're going to cause a lot of relief in knee pain, hip pain. You're gonna notice that your back's gonna feel a little bit better. You're gonna feel a lot more flexible. You know, it'd be really fun is to test out a couple squats or a lunge or something like that. Go through this entire sequence and then repeat the movement and notice how much better it feels. I guarantee you're gonna notice a big difference when you do so. We're about halfway through the 90 seconds right now. If we need more, we can continue to shift your weight to yourself toward the stretching, the surface you're stretching against. Get a little taller, continue to breathe. And it might take you some time to get to where I am right here, this fully upright position. It took me quite a while to get here. I mean, I'll tell you what, man, when I first started this, I was way farther away from that. I couldn't have my leg nearly up as high, and I would have to lean into something. And little by little, I've gotten to where you are, what you're seeing right now. But this isn't gonna happen overnight, right? So just take your time to work your way up to that. Now, continue to hang out there if you'd like to. That was 90 seconds right there. All right, this is day 2 of the Billy Train Me Mobility and Flexibility Challenge, y'all. Continue joining in every day. I'm gonna have something new for you. I hope this brings some relief to your life and gets you moving and feeling fantastic. I'll see you all soon. Thanks for tuning in.